Hi, and thanks for joining us. Rick Hinkson is with us today. Thanks for the gift of your time, Rick. Rick is the owner of Eureka Contracting and Roofing, LLC. And Eureka Contracting and Roofing are experts in the field of roofing, siding, gutters, and painting. From minor repairs all the way up to total replacement, they are a name to consider seriously. Rick has been kind enough to give us a little bit of his very spare time. So thanks for coming down to our studio here today. I guess I want to start with this question. Tell me a little bit about your own background, Rick. Who are you and where do you come from?
I'm from Kirkwood, Missouri. Graduated at Kirkwood High and went into the Navy. Got out of the Navy and got into the trades. Worked in the laborers for several years, and got switched over to the carpenters and got my journeymanship and worked in the insurance field as well during that time. Following a bunch of 13 different hurricanes and storms, and got to know the roofing industry pretty well in and out, and started my business for one day it'll be 10 years.
Hurricanes and storms are going to have an impact on these roofs. You said you were part of responding to 13 different hurricanes. Mm-hmm. So I guess that gives you an understanding of what a local heavy rainfall does here in St. Louis.
It does, yeah. Water finds its way inside if it can. We try to prevent that as much as we can.
What sets Eureka Contracting apart, Rick? I mean, I'm thinking it's all this experience you have, but what is it?
We're very personable with our customers. We take a lot of pride into educating the consumer, our customer, of what they need to do, what they don't need to do, as far as what they're going to purchase, what they're not going to purchase. We stay away from a lot of the upgrades that people push. But we're just very personable, and what I've been told a lot too is that, you guys answer your phone or you call us back.
Oh, that's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
It's not somebody in some faraway place. You guys answer the phone, and
right,
you call
we
back.
do. We have we bought a building out in Eureka 5 years ago. So actually, the building was built in 1856. So one of the oldest buildings in town. But
well, you're talking to the guy, Rick. I look at my roof and I think, I don't know much about roofs, but I got a feeling I'm going to need a new one. What holds me back is fear. I'm afraid of the cost. I'm afraid of somebody coming onto my property that I can't really trust. Now, you have all this experience dealing with hurricanes and heavy rainfall, but you got other things you got to deal with. You got to deal with somebody like me who's afraid. How do you get me to look at just the roof, what it needs, and understand what has to be done?
That's part of where we get real slow and real personal with our customer. We're not pushy at all. When typically we're called out to that person's house, we don't knock on the doors. That's a big plus. But if your neighbors are getting a roof, or if you look at your roof, it looks a little off, and it probably is. Or if you're getting a bunch of gravel down the bottom of your downspouts, little indicators like that.
I had never heard that.
And that's when we come in and we explain to the people what's going on. We'll give them an honest evaluation of what we think is happening on the roof. We don't necessarily provide free estimates, but we'll give a free report on it.
You touched on it a little bit, but drill down a little deeper, Rick. What are some of the things that I need to look for if I need to think about getting a new roof?
If your roof is shiny, if you see shiny parts of your roof, that's a good indicator of age on it. If your neighbors are getting a new roof,
their houses were built about the same time.
Yes. If there's a hailstorm, you can look on your northwest corner. Look at your downspout, see if it's dented up. That's a pretty good indicator as well.
Why is ventilation important?
Well, the ventilation is, they used to button up your attics real tight. Now they want your attics to breathe. If not, your plywood, the plywood gets hot and it delaminates. So instead of having one board, you have 5 layers, and it gets real soft. So we recommend on most houses to put a ridge vent up there.
And what is that?
It's a vent that goes all the way across the very peak of your roof. We'll cut a little piece of wood out on each side of the peak and put a vent up in there. Rick,
I want to ask about timeline. I mean, it just seems like when somebody in my neighborhood is getting a new roof, those folks are up there forever. What's a normal timeline?
We typically do a roof in one day. Most roofs, unless it's a tall, steep, cut-up roof. Most of our roofs can get done in one day.
If it takes longer, does the fear flag start to go up for me that, oh my gosh, this is
No, we never leave anything exposed overnight.
Okay. And Rick, what would you say is the most challenging aspect of installing a new roof?
The big part is the trust, to get the people to trust, to know that you're going to put that roof on just like you said you were. You're going to give them a good product, good warranty, good service.
You can't foresee everything. I watched enough HGTV to know there's always something that goes wrong. What do you do in a situation when there's a small surprise?
We haven't had a supply issue at all since all this hit. The biggest surprise we'll get on a roof is if you get up there and there's the wood underneath the shingles is bad. We just replace it.
So what do you do, Rick, if you notice that there is a problem with the wood on the roof? What do you do in that situation?
You just replace it. Take it off and replace it.
It's that simple.
It's not that big of a deal.
I gotcha. Okay.
If you're going in to replace just the wood, it is. But when you're tearing the roof off and you just pull a piece of plywood up, put another piece down.
If I notice just on my own that there's some rotted wood up there, is that a sign that the whole roof needs to be replaced?
No, not necessarily. But it's an indicator.
Okay. Is it possible just to repair some portion of the roof?
Yes. As long as the roof's not too old.
Gotcha.
You get a roof older than 10, 12 years old.
What's the normal lifetime of a roof?
18, 20 years is a good number.
Okay. Rick, where we are, we've got weather traffic all the time of some form or another. What do you do when weather impacts a job?
We watch the radar. Everybody's got the weather channels on their phones, and everybody's watching. And you just look at the sky. Watch the sky. We have a lot of pop-up storms in our area that they just show up. The sky's blue, and all of a sudden it's raining. But we watch. We're prepared for that.
So as those cumulus clouds start to build, you start to think, well, let's get down.
Yeah, let's get down. Let's get a tarp, if we need to, and then tarp the roof and wait it out.
Is there something that I can do to prolong the length of the time my roof is going to be functional?
Ventilation's a big thing. Get ventilation in your roof. Get a ridge vent up on there. Let your roof breathe. That's about the best thing you can do for your roof.
And you're saying that runs the whole length of the house?
It goes across the very peak of your roof. It's they call it a shingled over ridge vent.
Okay. Do you ever put a new roof over the top of an existing roof?
No, never.
Is that a bad idea?
We've been in business 10 years. We've never done that.
And that's a bad business practice, would you say?
Well, the top layer of roof will look like the lower layer of roof. It'll take that shape. Okay. It doesn't seal down right, and you lose your warranty.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. And the lifetime, I suppose, is not going to be nearly as long.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. How long have you been in business?
10 years, Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
10 years Monday?
August 15th is
August 15th,
10 years.
You will, all right, that's amazing. So I call you, you give me a price. I'm comfortable. That's something I can do. What's the turnaround time? How long will it be before you start working on my roof?
Right now, we're about a week and a half out. The furthest we've been out is maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
We pretty much get everything done in 2 weeks.
All right. So if I call, you have somebody who's going to answer the phone.
Yes.
And call me back.
Yes.
Well, then what's the best way to reach out to you?
Give us a call at the office. You can call us at 636-938-ROOF. That's our 938-7663.
Nice. All right. Well, Rick Hinkson, thanks for being an honest, good guy out there doing a great job. Thank you for the gift of your time today. This is Rick Hinkson. He is the owner of Eureka Contracting and Roofing, LLC. Thanks again for being with us today, and thank you for spending your time with Rick and I.
Thank you.